Keys Production.
What's up, everybody? It's Keith Keys from KeithKeys.com, and today I want to talk to you about a simple topic, and it's called Know Who is Paying Attention. Know who is paying attention. And what do I mean by that? This applies to all of us in the music industry. Whether you're a producer, whether you're an artist, whatever you do, you need to know who is paying attention to you. And you don't want to be naive and just put yourself out there and to put yourself on social networks and just to market yourself just sparsely to everybody and not necessarily know who's actually paying attention. Because it really just gets down to a point that, you know, a lot of times as independent artists, as independent producers, as us on these levels, you know, we have so much aspiration that we want to get to a certain level of fame, in a sense. We want a lot of people to know us, you know, so sometimes it's like we want to market to everybody, even if you're not going to necessarily buy our stuff, or if you aren't going to necessarily pay too much close attention to who I am. At least you know my name, like, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of times that puts us in a situation to where we find ourselves marketing to everybody and not to the people who actually really care. Even on social networks, it gets to the point now that we will post, you know, topics, music, pictures, whatever the case may be, to everybody, and then, you know, you'll see a little bit of response from that, and you only see a little bit of response from that because it's not targeted, and it's pretty much open to everybody. And unfortunately, not everybody cares about everything that, you know, we're doing. My suggestion is that you take the time out to find out who really is paying attention to you. And how do you do that? Well, there's the business model nowadays is that if you go to any website, or if you shop at any store, they always ask for your your email address. You know, and there's a reason why they ask for your email address. It's because that's the communication line to where the business can actually converse with the customer, with the client on a more personal level, you know, through email specifically. And it works as if they provide you with so many things exclusively through email, you know, that's not necessarily marketed, but that's targeted directly to you. That you'll take advantage of, or that you'll always pay attention to them and stuff like that. And then once you pay attention to them, most likely you'll be a supporter of them, and you'll keep being a supporter of them. And that's in essence how they get their clientele. That's how they get their fan. That's how people get their fan bases. That's how some people get their customers. And that's in essence what it is. You really have to focus on who's paying attention. And it's not just about an email subscribing list that you can get, but it's also just about you have to listen for the opinions of some people. We laugh. You don't want to all the time, but you want to look for and listen to a lot of opinions that some people have, because inside their opinions you have to really like search through some stuff. But inside their opinions you can find out if they really are paying attention to you, and if they're not paying attention to you. And on big levels and small levels, you kind of want to figure that out. You want to know who's paying attention to you, because then you can actually push your music, you can push your products to them, you can push anything to them that you want to push to them. And you just don't want to just throw stuff out in the internet world and just think that everybody and random people are just going to grab it. That's not what you want. You really want people who are going to pay attention. For me, personally, I understand this to the T, because I am the person who would just throw stuff out in the past just everywhere on the internet, post pictures, music here and stuff, and not target anybody, not have an email list. And then you'll understand why you did all this promotion for something and you don't see the residuals from it, you don't see the effect from it, you don't see the results from it at all that you were expecting. And it's because it's not necessarily targeted. You don't know who's paying attention. A perfect example is Ryan Leslie. Ryan Leslie is a world-known artist, producer. It has been for quite some time, and he's one of my favorite artists of all time. And the thing about Ryan Leslie that I admire the most is that he went independent from a major record label, and when he went independent, he actually started to take a lot of his music off of iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, all of the big music platforms. Now, why is this the case? He did that because he wants to know who is actually paying attention to his music. He had went to iTunes and he had called iTunes up and he had asked them if he could get a copy, a sheet of everybody who downloaded and bought his album. They said no, that's iTunes property. See, but the problem with the problem with that is that Ryan Leslie wanted this for himself so that he could individually be personal with every single person who bought it, so that they would feel more inclined to support him again and to buy his another album, or buy a hat, buy a t-shirt, buy some show tickets. That's in essence exactly where it is. And that's how you should be. You want to know who is actually paying attention. So right now, Ryan Leslie, I forget the platform that he actually has his music on. I can find that out for you and probably put it in the description box for you. But he took it off. He took it off those platforms and he put it on this platform strictly just to know who is actually supporting him. And in essence, he can converse with them all the time. He can talk to them all the time so that they keep supporting him. And those are just a couple of reasons why I say you should really find out who is paying attention to you, because it benefits you more than you just thinking that everybody's paying attention to you. Alright, so know who's paying attention to you and you'll see the results. Alright, 1.